Welcome, deep divers. Today, we're plunging into a story that, well, it really begins in the very soul of Mumbai, the Dadar Chawls.
Ah, the chawls, yeah.
These aren't just buildings, are they? They're iconic. These multi-story tenements, housed millions, buzzing with life, just symbolizing that, unwavering working-class spirit of India's financial capital.
Absolutely. A real starting point.
And from these incredibly humble beginnings, we trace this extraordinary journey. A journey that took one man from, well, relative obscurity right into the absolute spotlight of India's booming financial world.
This is quite the arc.
Yeah, and this isn't just a simple life story. It's a dramatic unfolding saga. It weaves together immense aspiration, almost hypnotic charisma, and now a very public confrontation with India's main financial watchdog, SEBI.
Right. So we're really going to unpack the incredible rise of Avadhut Sathe, the vast empire he meticulously built, and the intense regulatory storm that's now testing its very foundations.
And digging into what it really means to be a finfluencer today.
Exactly. That term, finfluencer, financial influencer, usually online, offering advice or education, it's central here. Because we're looking at a huge event that really shook things up, August 2025.
The raid.
The raid, yeah. High-profile, meticulously planned SEBI raid on a very well-known trading academy out in Karjat.
And why should you, our listeners, care? Well, this deep dive matters immensely because it really mirrors the dreams of countless aspiring traders across India, maybe even beyond.
It's a crucial look at how financial knowledge gets shared, how it's consumed, and, how we navigate that incredibly fine line between genuine, unbiased education
And outright investment advice, which can sometimes be, well, manipulative.
Yeah. It's about understanding the protections that are supposed to be in place for all of us in the market and seeing how they're actually enforced.
Okay, let's get into this journey then. It's quite something.
Mm.
Avadhut Sathe's story kicks off, as we said, in the 1970s, Dadar Chawl. You can almost feel that Mumbai energy shaping his early life. His family later moved to Mulund, another bustling suburb, and that's where his academic path really started to take shape.
That's right. He went for an engineering degree, which, back then especially was a solid foundation.
Gold standard, really.
Pretty much. And it led to a successful software career, first with Hexaware Technologies, and then into these significant international roles in the early 2000s.
Right. He was globetrotting.
Yeah.
Singapore, Australia, the U.S.
Yeah, he wasn't just, coding in a corner. He was a seasoned, globally experienced IT professional navigating complex international stuff.
Yet despite that success, the market called him.
The market's allure, yeah. It started way back in '91 for him, just as India's post-liberalization economic opening was really kicking off.
Interesting timing.
Very. And like so many people jumping in then, he faced losses. Pretty common story.
Learn the hard way.
Learned the hard way about market discipline. That it wasn't just about, gut feelings or quick wins. It needed strategy, resilience, deep understanding.
And I suppose that experience really shaped what came next.
I think it absolutely did. Because by 2007, Sathe made what you can only call a really bold pivot.
Leaving that secure IT job.
Leaving that lucrative, globe-trotting IT career to immerse himself full-time in trading. But crucially, not just as a participant, he saw himself as a teacher, a guide.
So that decision, stepping away from stability into the volatile world of trading and teaching,
Yeah.
that was the start of it all.
That was the foundational step for what became, well, a really significant empire, blending finance instruction with his own unique kind of theatrical flair.
And what an empire it became. He started, 2008? Super modestly, a small seminar, just 12 people.
12 people, yeah. Tiny beginnings.
But from that room, the Avadhut Sathe Trading Academy, ACE-T, it just ballooned. Became one of India's largest retail trading schools.
Huge growth. We're talking 17 branches across the country eventually. Courses in 5 languages: English, Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Telugu.
So really aiming wide.
Definitely targeting those aspiring middle-class Indians dreaming of financial independence through trading, making it seem accessible.
Let's talk about the ACE-T method. It wasn't just random workshops, was it?
No, it was structured. 4 one-month modules, each costing around 18,000 rupees.
Which is a fair chunk of change for many.
A significant investment, yeah. Often a month's income or more for the target audience. And these weren't just basics. They went deep into technical analysis, option strategies, risk management, even trader psychology.
And all woven through with his unique philosophy.
Exactly. His distinctive God market philosophy. It sort of blends this reverence for market forces with almost spiritual undertones.
Interesting mix.
Plus, they offered mentorship, live trading sessions, community learning, and some premium packages reportedly went up to 5 lakh rupees.
Wow, 5 lakh. That's serious money, like university tuition level.
For really intensive, personalized guidance, apparently, yeah.
And you just can't discuss Ace without talking about the man himself. Avadhut Sathe's charisma.
Oh, absolutely central. It just amplified his reach exponentially.
His YouTube channel, nearly 1 million subscribers, right? 9.36 lakh. Packed with success stories.
Yeah, stories like a homemaker supposedly earning 50% returns in 3 months, or someone else making over a crore 10 million rupees in 2.5 years.
Those are powerful narratives.
Very. And his Instagram, over 230,000 followers, really showcased that larger-than-life persona.
You mentioned the stagecraft, Bollywood style.
Totally. Dancing mid-lecture, dramatically pointing at giant stock charts, these motivational speeches laced with philosophical lines like, when a daughter is born, a mother is born too. When you join my program, I become your mentor.
Wow. So blurring lines between education and something else.
Evangelism, almost, yeah. But it clearly made learning engaging for a lot of people.
Let's step back, though. Beyond the charisma, the financials of Astra were, well, staggering.
They really were. It shows the sheer scale. Revenue apparently soared from 17 crore in 2021 to 86 crore in 2023, then 116 crore in 2024, and projected for 2025, nearly 200 crore.
That's more than a tenfold increase in just 4 years.
Incredible growth. Unverified reports even put his net worth at 86 crore by 2023.
And he drew in a huge number of students.
Over 18,000 from really diverse backgrounds. And he framed trading not just as making money, but as this sort of patriotic thing, a weapon in financial wars.
That's a powerful message in a developing nation.
It resonated deeply.
Yeah.
Tapped right into those aspirations.
It's an amazing trajectory.
Yeah.
But with that kind of growth, that kind of persona blurring lines,
Yeah.
were there maybe some early warning signs?
Mm-hmm.
Criticisms bubbling under the surface before the big raid?
That's the crucial question, isn't it? Because this whole fascinating story then takes this incredibly dramatic turn. All that success, all that charisma, it's slammed right into serious regulatory scrutiny.
August 20th, 2025, the SEBI raid.
Exactly. SEBI launched this meticulously planned search and seizure operation at Sathe's residential Gurukul, his immersive training center out in Karjat in the Sahyadri Hills.
Picturesque location for a raid.
Ironically, yeah. But this wasn't some snap decision. It had court approvals backing and weeks of surveillance beforehand. This was serious. A major turning point.
So what were the SEBI officials actually after? What did they seize?
They were systematic. Confiscated digital devices, phones, laptops, hard drives presumably, extensive trading records, other materials, all for forensic analysis.
Just digging deep into the digital trail.
Precisely. And it's important to see this wasn't just about Sathe in isolation. It's part of SEBI's much broader, ongoing crackdown on unregistered financial influencers.
One's blurring that line.
The ones who, in SEBI's view, cross from education into giving direct investment advice without being registered to do so. This raid was a deep dive into his specific operations.
And the allegations that came out, they're pretty staggering.
They really are. Sources cited by NDTV Profit estimated illegal gains somewhere between 400 and 500 crore rupees.
400 to 500 crore, that's huge.
It's massive, billions of rupees from what SEBI alleges were unregistered advisory services.
That's exactly where these alleged services provided.
Well, the claim suggests he promoted penny stocks, highly speculative, low-priced, volatile shares, often easily manipulated.
Risky stuff.
Very risky, promoted them during training, supposedly as classroom examples, but allegedly encouraging students to actually invest in them.
The subtle push.
Potentially. And there are also reports about private WhatsApp groups being used for specific stock tips, possibly even colluding with market operators to pump up prices before selling off. Classic pump and dump allegations.
If proven, those are serious market manipulation charges.
Extremely serious violations of SEBI regulations, yes.
Which brings us to SEBI's official position on all this.
Right. They've been quite clear. Kamlesh Chandra Varshni, a SEBI whole-time member, didn't name Sathe directly at first, but referred to a big search operation on a big name in this industry.
Underscoring the significance.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He clarified SEBI's stance, genuine financial education, absolutely welcome, encouraged even, but offering specific stock tips, promising guaranteed returns without being registered.
Or as he put it, misguiding the youth in the name of education.
That's strictly prohibited. Their mission is unambiguous. Investor protection. Robust protection.
Saith's story really throws a spotlight on this whole finfluencer phenomenon, doesn't it? The good and the bad.
It's the perfect example of the double-edged sword. India's Finfluencer boom has been, well, turbocharged by social media and this incredible surge in retail investors joining the market, especially post-pandemic.
You see these charismatic figures everywhere online.
Blending financial know-how with that very tempting promise of quick wealth. And for many aspiring traders, people dreaming of financial freedom, it's incredibly appealing.
Taps into a universal dream.
It absolutely does. But that's where the danger lies, the darker side.
The unregistered advice.
Exactly. Unregistered influencers giving specific stock tips, promising totally unrealistic returns, maybe even engaging in manipulation, like pump and dump schemes.
Where they hype a stock, insiders sell at the peak,
And ordinary investors who bought in based on the hype are left holding worthless shares. It can be financially devastating. People lose their life savings trusting these promises.
And SEBI's crackdown isn't just focused on Saith, right? This is wider.
Oh, much wider. We've seen it across the board. In 2024 alone, SEBI got over 15,000 websites and content pages run by unregistered finfluencers taken down.
15,000. Wow.
And specific figures like Mohd Nasiruddin Ansari, the Bop of Chart guy, and Asmita Jitesh Patel, She-Wolf, they've been banned from the securities market completely.
Oh, real consequences.
Definitely. SEBI's clearly investing heavily in tech and specialists to combat these often sophisticated tactics. It's a clear shift from just warnings to, well, aggressive enforcement.
It feels like a necessary shift, perhaps.
Many would argue so. And what's interesting is the criticism of Saith wasn't new when the raid happened.
Oh, concerns were raised earlier.
Yeah, even before SEBI stepped in, there was skepticism within the financial community itself. Other finfluencers, registered advisors like Ritesh Gulrajani.
What were their concerns?
Gulrajani, for instance, flagged concerns to SEBI back in 2023, particularly about videos showing children apparently making trading gains.
Children trading futures and options.
Exactly his point. He said, imagine young children getting into futures and options, highlighting the massive inherent risks. There were also growing murmurs about Saith's sales funnel.
The free webinars leading to expensive courses.
Right. Free webinars, then paid courses, then upsells to even more expensive premium mentorships. And reports started surfacing, anecdotes from disillusioned students who'd suffered big losses.
Feeling betrayed.
You feeling betrayed? Yeah. Often pointing to the emphasis placed on those very volatile penny stocks.
So as this whole thing continues to unfold, what does it really signal for India's financial landscape going forward?
Yeah.
Saith himself, he remains this complex figure.
Absolutely. Engineer turned trader. This unique style blending yoga, psychology, spiritual metaphors, framing trading as a disciplined art.
You have to acknowledge his entrepreneurial skill, the global experience, but now it's all set against these very serious allegations.
And SEBI's mission in response is crystal clear, unwavering. Protect investors. Rigorously distinguish genuine education from unregistered advice.
Using surveillance, forensic analysis.
Using whatever tools they need to determine the full extent of any violations. And this case, just because of its sheer scale and public profile, it really puts that commitment under a bright spotlight.
What about the potential fallout for Saith himself? Any sense of that yet?
It's still speculative, of course. The investigation is ongoing. But you see estimates circulating online, on social media, penalties potentially in the range of 40 to 50 crore rupees.
400 to 500 million rupees. Ouch.
And maybe a market ban, perhaps 2 years. That would be a massive blow. The investigation will be scrutinizing all that digital content, emails, messages, everything.
Connecting this back to the bigger picture, Saith's saga isn't just one man's story, is it? It's a lens on financial aspiration in modern India.
It really is. His whole phenomenon reveals so much about this potent but also precarious mix of aspirational stories, charismatic branding, and digital reach, especially in markets driven by those middle-class dreams.
And for you, the listener navigating this,
it underscores just how easily that promise of quick wealth can overshadow the absolute need for due diligence, for checking credentials, for questioning guarantees.
it really forces regulators, maybe all of us, to think harder, not just about fraud, but about how trust and influence actually work in this digital age.
Exactly, the mechanisms themselves.
So we've journeyed through Avadhut's remarkable path from Mumbai's chawls, building this huge trading academy, now facing this intense regulatory spotlight. This deep dive really highlights the incredible opportunities in financial education, yes, but also that critical need for vigilance and compliance for everyone involved.
Both the educators and the students, yeah. So, as SEBI continues its investigation and this whole landscape keeps evolving, maybe consider this. In a world where financial gurus blend market strategies with personal brands, where that line between education and advice gets so blurry.
How do you, as an individual learner, as an investor, how do you really distinguish between genuine insights and just enticing guidance that might be misleading?
And what's the responsibility here for platforms, for regulators? How do we shape a trustworthy environment for financial literacy? And ultimately, how does all this impact your own journey, your own pursuit of financial wisdom?
Keep those questions in mind as you navigate your own path. The story of Avadhut Sathe is a powerful reminder. In the quest for wealth, understanding the rules of the game, and maybe the psychology of influence too, is every bit as critical as any trading strategy.
Well said.
Thanks for diving deep with us.